Hi guys, Tory MPs who are looking likely to lose their seats at the next general election are not willing to go down without a fight. To fight for their seats? No, to fight with the civil service. MPs such as Lee Anderson and Tom Hunt, which are part of a WhatsApp group, want the government to punish civil servants who don't do as they're told when it comes to policies such as immigration. This is a clear example of government overreach, but these MPs simply don't care. Here's Sam Coates from Sky News gives a bit more detail.
About how civil servants are, in the Sunday Express's terms, thwarting the plan to stop small boats crossing the channel, and this prompted an explosion from certain members of the Conservative Party, and the language that they use and who they aim at talks to the sulphurous nature of the Tory party at the moment. Let's look at those exchanges, because what you have is Pauline Latham, prominent MP, saying, I thought civil servants advise and ministers decide, obviously no longer. And then Sarah Atherton saying, I thought there was a process to sack them, obviously no longer. And then John Hayes, we must back Suella in this battle with out-of-touch, privileged, unelected pen pushers. And then one of the most prominent red wallers of all, Lee Anderson, it's like the battle on the band on the Titanic, playing the same tune and ignoring the obvious. Look at that language. This Tory MP, thinks his own government is like the band on the Titanic. And then the mood gets even more aggressive amongst Tory MPs towards civil servants. Tom Hunt says all of the unelected civil servants who are attempting to block the democratically elected government should either be fired or named. If they don't want to engage in politics and be a political actor, they should either leave their profession and stand for office or get the scrutiny that comes with it. Then Lee Anderson chips in again, going against the state is treason. Surely an incredible word to use against an official there from Red Wall MP for Ashfield, Lee Anderson.
Okay, so what the hell is going on here? You have civil servants responding to suggestions made by government that the government should be allowed to break international law. The government should be allowed to ignore UN conventions. And I've said this before when it came to Priti Patel. Priti Patel can stand up in the House of Commons and make all sorts of claims and suggestions. But when it comes to breaking the law, she will be okay. She will have immunity to a certain extent. But civil servants will not. And they will have to pick up the pieces when the government goes. They'll have to face the music if the government actually break international law. They take an oath when they become senior civil servants, take an oath that they have to respect the law. And if they're being asked by government, I want you to break the law, they can't do that. What the government is asking is for example, a pushback policy. They want to deny people the ability to claim asylum in the UK, which is part of a UN convention. Now, these Tory MPs who are saying this, some of them realise, look, I'm going to lose my seat at the next election. What I need to do is go out with a bang. I need to go out claiming that I was the voice of reason in the room. I was standing up to these civil servants who didn't want to do as they were told. We were the elected officials. We were put there by the racists and bigots to push back these boats, to push through policies like this. And they were standing in our way. And we should punish them. We should fire them, whatever. They're the ones who would they would be the ones who would face criminal prosecutions, not the MPs. The MP is out of office. The MP is moved to another department. They're okay. They will always be okay. I've said this before. Priti Patel would never be dragged before a tribunal. And the current Home Secretary will never be dragged before a tribunal. But the civil servants will, and they're the ones who implement the policy. And they have said, we can't implement these policies because some of them are illegal. They're contrary to British law and they're contrary to international law. As I said, the politicians can say whatever the hell they like. And you have people like Lee Anderson here, who's obviously preparing the groundwork for a job after Parliament, probably working in Gammon Brexit News or Rupert Murdoch's Talk TV or something like that. But he has to build himself up first. I'm the one who stood up to these civil servants who didn't want to implement the policy of turning back these boats. This is these people making a career on the backs of civil servants who would risk jail time, potential jail time, if they implemented these policies. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.